On this trip, we are going to the Seven Badrinath temples, the Sapt Badri. We will take you to all these 7 temples and we will give you some information about them. I hope you will enjoy this. The journey will take us to Karan Prayag, from Karan Prayag to Badrinath Dham, that is the zone, the Olokananda Valley, and all the temples are located around that river. So I hope you will enjoy this trip and I hope you will learn things about these temples. The first stop in our journey would be, quite naturally, Adi Badri, the original Badri, the one in which we will find a cluster of temples dedicated to many deities. It was the temple where Sri Vishnu was earlier worshipped before Badri Vishal became Badri Vishal. Let us go there. Perhaps the most beautiful of the 7 Badrinath temples is the one in Devgram. It is the most beautiful because the village around it is simply magnificent. In fact, it is now approachable by car. It is a motorable road. You have to walk a little through beautiful village houses and fields. It if you are going to Kalpeshwar, then it will be on your way. Don't miss it. It is a brilliant one. It has some old architecture inside and it is not frequented by tourists. So please, if you are going to Kalpeshwar, visit this temple. These two are on the same way and they are absolutely brilliant.
This temple is known as Vriddha Badri because Lord Vishnu appeared here as an old man. This temple is located in Animat, which is a lovely village.
We had a huge surprise. We went to Narsingh Badri and we saw that the old temple was completely destroyed. It was removed, and in its place an entirely new huge concrete structure was built. And it was not a good surprise. And in fact, some of the locals told us that it was because of this destruction of the temple that Joshimath is now in danger. There is huge possibilities of subsidence, and there is this chance of the whole town being destroyed in a landslide.
एक टोकरी लेके जाओ मैं तो अम्मा के हाथ से चढ़ा देना वहाँ मंदिर है। लिया है आप लिया है ले जाओ। क्या ले आ गए मंदिर से आ गए प्रसाद ले प्रसाद हो तो कर दियो।
Yugodhan Badri. This is where Lord Vishnu had meditated, hence this name. It is in a place called Pandukeshwar. Apparently, in Mahabharata, King Pandu had spent his last days here, and also it is said that the Pandavas, after retiring from their royal duties, they had come here and they had settled here. This is another quiet, calm, lovely village, and if you are going towards Badrinath, do not forget to stop here and visit this temple. Of all the Badrinath temples, Badri Vishal is the primary one. People go there. It is one of the Char Dhams, the four major pilgrimage points of Uttarakhand. In fact, one of the major pilgrimage points of all India. It is a small and lovely temple with a rather unique facade. But what has happened is because it's easily accessible, thousands of people come. And during season, which is May and June, and that just before the rains, there is an incredible number of people who queue to enter the temple. And this queue goes on for miles, and it takes about 2 hours to get to the temple. The temple becomes very dirty. You hardly get to see the idol. The policemen who are posted there, they push, they shove. You get about 2 or 3 seconds, maybe. If you are lucky, you get 10 seconds. So it is rather a good idea to avoid the high season. Towards September and October, just before the temple closes, the crowd becomes much thinner. Believe me, there will be a crowd, but it will not be as much as this. And the other problem is the Badri Vishal temple is in Badrinath, and it has become a town. In the last decade, it has developed like anything, and there is a huge mall like structure coming up. There are three-star hotels which give you all amenities, which is all very fine, but it's extremely polluted now. It is extremely congested. The Honorable Prime Minister has given a lot of money for development, and that development, unfortunately, is becoming more touristy than pilgrim like. So, yep, it happens everywhere that pilgrimage gets defeated by tourism. But Badri Vishal is worth seeing, and as we know, Badri Vishal, as per mythology, will not be there for long. That might be thousands of years, of course, but there would be a change at one point of time.
क्यों कहूँ मैं तो लगाता नहीं। भगवान आपकी सब मनोकामना पूरी करे हैं।
Bhavishya Badri. As the name suggests, this will be the major Badrinath temple in the future. It is said that the Badri Vishal temple, Badrinath Dham, would be destroyed at one point of time, and then nobody will be able to go there. Hence, this particular temple will become the most prominent one.
चलो खड़े हो जल्दी जल्दी खड़ा हो मैम ले रही
We had a very strange experience. We were looking for the 8th Badrinath, which is called Ardha Badri, the half Badri or Adha Badri, because the idol in the temple is smaller than the other idols, quite small in fact. So we did our research, we went to Tapovan, we looked at Google Maps, and we were given directions, etc. But when we went to the village, the settlement of Tapovan, nobody could tell us where that temple was. In fact, in 2015, when we had come, there was a temple, and even people knew that there is a famous temple here. But now nobody could. And we asked everybody. Then some people say, yes, you go down to the river, quite a little way we had to climb down, or by car. And then we traced that road, and when we came to that road, it was closed by paramilitary forces, and we talked to them, and once again nobody could tell us where that temple was, and they kept saying there are no temples down there, nothing. Then one youngish person came in and he said, yes, there were some temples, but those temples were all destroyed, they were all removed because this power project was coming up. So all these ancient temples, they were removed because there were developmental work going on. And apparently we saw a temple being constructed when we were going to Bhavishabadri. It seems that the Ardhabadri idol would be settled there, and puja, worshipping, etc. will happen there from now on, and we will not be able to offer worship or visit or see the idol. The temple will be a new one. The old ancient temple is now gone forever. I hope you enjoyed this little video of ours, and I hope you enjoyed going to the Seven Badrinath temples. We will try to bring you more videos like this. Until then, thank you so much for watching, and thank you so much for being with us. Goodbye.